everyone, this is Arianna Duprey. I'm a senior and a biochem major, also a criminal justice one, but clearly I'm in this class because of biochem. And next to me is Annabelle.
Hi guys, I'm Annabelle Dupre. I am a senior and I'm a chemistry major.
And for this section, we're going to be doing Chapter 11. Chapter 11 is all about carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are simple and complex sugars. The simple sugars are monosaccharides, and the complex sugars are disaccharides and polysaccharides. What are the different types of carbohydrates?
So there are monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides.
What are the difference between the three carbohydrates?
So monosaccharides are just made up of one sugar, disaccharides are made up of two, and polysaccharides are made up of multiple.
And can you give examples for the three carbohydrates?
So monosaccharides, an example of those would be glucose, an example of disaccharides would be sucrose, and an example of polysaccharides would be starch and glycogen.
So what is a reducing agent?
So reducing sugars go through an oxidation reduction process where it would oxidize itself and then reduce another compound, and an example of this would be glucose.
What are N-linked and O-linked glycosidic bonds?
So N-linked glycosidic bonds are between the anomeric carbon and the nitrogen of the amine. O-linked bonds are between the anomeric carbon and the hydroxyl oxygen of the alcohol. What are the types of glycoproteins and basic information about them?
So the first one is glycoproteins. Big surprise. They are N or O-linked proteins that are part of a polypeptide chain. The second is proteoglycans, which are proteins and subcategorized amino sugars that are repeated in a disaccharide. And the third is mucoproteins, which are proteins attached to a carbohydrate through an N-linked protein.
What are lectins?
There are three important aspects to lectins. First, lectins are specific to carbohydrates. The second being that lectins are glycan-bonded proteins. And third and final is that lectins have weak interactions.
What is the importance of carbohydrates in the body?
Carbohydrates are sugars that are used to store fat in the body. This fat can then be converted to energy. For the references, we use Chapter 11 of the 8th edition of the Biochemistry textbook for Biochemistry 401 at SUNY Plattsburgh.